Welcome back, everyone. So the last time we were able to capture this sector 54, which is the third set processing plant, and now we can transfer some militia here, so we can secure the sector that way. And what we should do next is maybe just go through the sector and pick up some of the items we can find here. So let's start looking around.
Glass jar.
Some glass jar.
A glass.
Okay, yeah, maybe we can take those with us. Although now we have all Ivan's equipment just scattered around here, and we need to pick them up also. Let's see what we have. Some Beretta ammo. Okay, yeah, Hamous also has some Beretta ammo. So
Okay.
we can maybe take those. What else we have here? The shotgun shells.
Okay. You.
So maybe Vini has at least 2 inventory spaces left, so he can maybe take this
3
this rifle.
You. A
And we can replace this with the, or take this tear gas mask away. And what else do we need? There's extended ear. Ah, Vini actually doesn't have an extended ear, so he can take that. And what else? There's one box here. Maybe Hamous can open it. Aha, there's this compound. So yeah, we can take that.
2 tubes of.
And
Okay. Nothing. Nothing.
okay, these are technically in sector 25 again. Yeah, but our gods made short work of them, so it was this sector again. Yeah, it seems that the enemies want to concentrate on attacking that sector, because obviously, I mean, if they could capture it, they would hinder our progress greatly. Okay, what else do we have on the ground here? Crowbar.
Yep.
Kaboom. Yeah, Kaboom can maybe take this crowbar.
A crow.
And he can leave this helmet, I think. He can leave it behind.
You.
And the lance. Let's see if I can combine some of these medical kits.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Or is it that we can just combine them in our base, or how does it work? Yeah, like this. Okay. Yeah, now he can take one more.
10-4.
So we can go there. Yeah, and now I can maybe try this to also like move our mercenary out of the way.
10-4.
Yeah. So it works like this. That's nice.
10-4. 10-4.
Yeah, thank you for commenting about like this using this X key to get past these mercenaries that get in your guys' way in these narrow hallways, because in the narrow hallways, because I didn't really remember how to do that.
10-4.
So that is very useful useful thing to know.
You. Yep.
Okay, and we have some other stuff here. We have a helmet. Maybe we can give it to someone who has like not so nice, not so good helmet.
You. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, maybe Hamous can take it.
Okay.
But where is Ivan's helmet? No, yeah, Lance has it, I think. Yeah, Lance has the best armor.
Okay.
At the time.
Okay.
So yeah, Hamous can take this helmet, and we can also put one of the compounds to the helmet if we want.
Okay.
And then there's this.
Okay. Okay.
There's this medical kit also.
You.
Trying to look if some of our guys have some not so important stuff.
Yep.
Well, the Kevlar vest is not
Yo.
particularly important because we have
Me.
our guys have already like a little bit better armors, and we can come back here maybe the next day, and we can give this this armor to the new guys that we are going to hire. Yeah, that was what I was also thinking. That we're just going to gather the stuff that we have here, and then after that we are going to
10-4.
An assault? Huh?
after that we are going to compress time, and we're going to end the day. And during the next day I thought that we're just going to put our guys to be patients. I mean, we're going to have 2 guys that are not going to be patients, or that do not need too much healing, but these 2 guys wouldn't be able to capture any sectors or do any significant thing like during the daily mission, so they're going to just stay in our base, and maybe they can practice something or just rest. So we can also gather some money that way. And then the day after that we can hire some new mercenaries, and we can start searching for the this cure for the virus, because that's our top priority at this point. As you can see, the virus has already started spreading from the sector 55, so I predict that the next day we're going to be missing even more trees that we can harvest. So that is really our top priority. And if I remember correctly, I think that this cure for the virus is going to be somewhere around here, in these four sectors. Maybe in this last one, this sector 8. But that's just a hunch, I'm not completely sure. But that's why I was thinking that the next objective is going to be to capture these 4 sectors. And it's going to be profitable even if we don't find this cure for the virus, because after that we can get rid of at least like, yeah, we can get rid of 4 set of guards. So basically we're going to get, our finances are going to get a lot better that way. Okay, but is there anything else that we need to pick? Yeah, we could... maybe we can leave 1 Beretta behind. We have 2 Berettas here, yeah, we're going to leave that behind, and I'm also going to take this medical kit. I'm very happy that we found so much of these medical supplies today. So now we're really not in too much trouble with the medical supplies. And what else do we have in this sector?
Yep.
Goggles. Does somebody need the... yeah, Hamous has quite bad goggles.
Sun go.
And
Yo.
what about some of our other guys? I'm not sure if Kaboom has the goggles. Yeah. Lance. Here has this tear gas mask. Well,
10-4.
maybe he can take the goggles also.
Sun go.
Yeah, and the Colt. I mean, I don't think that we are going to be using the Colt anymore. So we can throw that away. And then maybe...
Yep. Okay.
yeah, we can take the tear gas mask or... oh, another attack. Yeah, they're really wanting to attack this sector 25 today. Yeah, so we just lost 1 guard, that's not too bad. I thought the Kevlar vest or this tear gas mask. Maybe we can take the Kevlar vest.
I can't believe.
Yeah. Okay, so now I think we're ready to get out of this sector. We don't have anything. Ah, okay, we have some rifle bullets here also. So where was this? Yeah, Vinny has this.
Okay.
Ain't thinking too good, yes.
What?
Yo.
Has he... oh, yeah, I was thinking that maybe he has lost some wisdom, but...
Yo.
maybe it's just because he's injured. Yeah, I have never seen Vinny before to, like, be absent-minded like this. That's interesting.
$2.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Okay.
Now we have the guards here also. Okay. So yeah, I was thinking that now we can just compress time. We don't need to try to capture any more sectors today, even though we have like half of the day still left. But I mean, with this group of injured guys, I mean, we can't capture anything. So I think that we're just going to compress time now, and the next day we are going to hold a patient day if everything goes according to plan. So I'm going to start compressing time. Yeah, I was just thinking that maybe I could have, I can maybe move one guard from here to here, just so that this important sector 25 has the optimal amount of guards. And then I will compress time some more. Yeah. 45 this time. And again they were able to kill one guard. Sector 45, so it is here. Okay, well that's not too bad. So this was end of day 20. Yeah, we had to go around. So we blew up the reactor there. So let's see how many days it's going to take to actually get this reactor up and running again. I think that it's going to be like maybe 2 days or 3 days. And one more attack.
We just need to put a couple more days like this together.
Yeah, the result was excellent.
The natives are losing patience. We have to find that headstone or risk losing a good portion of our workforce.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this idol was stolen.
The processing plant we managed to take today unfortunately has been sabotaged. It could take my men a couple of days to get it up and running.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this idol was stolen from this sector 6. So I think that actually, when we are going to try to find this cure for this virus, then at the same time we might be able to also find this idol, because presumably they haven't moved it too far from this sector 6 yet. So maybe it's going to be somewhere around here. So we're going to be starting to search for the idol and also for the cure for the virus from these 4 sectors. Let's see if our guys have developed some skills. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So now we are dealing with this with Ivan's corpse. Do we want to throw it away to the sharks, or do we want to give it a proper burial? And I think that at this point, I mean, it's just from role-playing perspective, it would be very, very like dumb and stupid and just unrealistic if we would throw our most finest mercenary to the sharks, and if we wouldn't even respect his sacrifice for the cause. So I think that it's like from moral perspective, it is like the only thing that we can do at this point. So we are going to give him a proper burial. Yeah. Bye bye, Ivan. And yeah, we still ended up on the plus side, so it's not too terrible situation. Save the game. day 21. And this is our current team. So what I was thinking is that this day we can just hold a patient day, so we're going to put all of our guys either as patient or to repair some of the items that we found, or to just rest, or maybe train some skills or something like this, and that way we can also save some money. We're currently on the, like, our financial situation is okay with this plus 5,000. And when we're going to hold one patient day, I think that yeah, I was just now starting to think that would it be possible for us to try to go and find this idol with our current mercenaries. Of course we could take Elroy. We could take Elroy, Needle, Hamous. At least those three guys we could take. And we could put Lance as a doctor, but yeah, Lance is not a very good doctor. We could say Elroy, Lance and Hamous to the daily mission, and they could go and capture some sectors and try to find this idol. But those guys, I mean, they are not good enough, I think. I mean, we are going to be facing some guys with rifles, some very tough enemies, so I just don't think that those guys can possibly be able to take out the enemies. But potentially it could be a catastrophic decision, because if the natives get too restless and they abandon us, they start to abandon us because we haven't been able to find the idol, then I mean, that could be like really, really devastating for us. So it's a tough choice. Yeah. Actually, maybe at this point it is the best choice is to let just for me to not proceed to the next day yet. I will let you guys decide. Do you want me to send out a team during the next day, so that they can go and try to find this idol? Maybe we could send like Elroy, Lance and Hamous, and those guys could try to find the idol the next day. Or do we just hold a patient day? We could put all of our guys as patient or resting, and we get our finances a little bit in the better order that way. And then the next day we can start to try to find this idol and also this cure for this virus. So do you think that it is urgent enough matter for us to send out this kind of like a little bit less qualified team? Or do we wait one day and then send out like a team that we have when we have maybe hired a couple of new mercenaries? And at that point we would have better chance of fighting the enemies. Maybe we can take a look at the aim and see what kind of mercenaries we could potentially hire. We lost Ivan, so we're going to be needing someone to replace him, and that is going to be some like we are going to need some very high quality mercenary to be able to to take up that position that Ivan's death left open. So let's see what kind of mercenaries could we hire to replace Ivan. Maybe Boss. He's a very good mechanic. Experience level 3, marksmanship is pretty good, and abilities are pretty good, and he's not overly expensive, so yeah, maybe he's one option. And let's see some other guys. Lynx. He's an excellent marksmanship. He has excellent marksmanship, experience level 3, and his salary is quite high, but not overly high. And his general statistics are pretty good. So he would be a very, very capable marksman, and yeah. At this point also I think that the items that the mercenaries bring to our team are actually quite important. Lynx doesn't have any particularly good items, but I think that some of the more expensive mercenaries are going to bring some very, very nice stuff. So that we also need to take that into consideration. Let's actually look at this boss's inventory. Well, he has Magnum, so it's not that great. We have many Magnums already. But let's see some other guys. Oops. Kelly. Yeah, Kelly would be one choice. Let's see if he's willing to come with us.
Excellent choice. You're starting to look serious about winning this thing.
Okay. So Kelly is also willing to come with us. He's quite expensive, 4,700, but he is really an excellent mercenary. I mean, his stats are absolutely excellent. He's experience level 4. His marksmanship is 94, and he's also quite good at mechanical stuff. Although I'm not sure if that's going to come into play too much. I mean, we're not going to hold this kind of expensive mercenary as a mechanic at any point, and he's not. I don't think that he's capable enough to lockpick any doors with this kind of mechanical skill. So he's just basically going to be a very capable marksman for this price, and he has very good equipment. I mean, he would bring M14 rifle, and also 2 grenades and a Kevlar helmet. So I mean, these items alone are very good addition to what we have currently. So we could take this M14 and we could modify it, extend the barrel, and after that we would have a very good weapon. So Kelly is one very good choice, I think. Let's look at some of the other guys. Spike. Yeah, he's a very good marksman, and his stats are okay. His experience level 5, so that is very good. But I think that he's way too expensive for us. I mean, we cannot possibly hire this kind of so expensive mercenary. Let's see what else we have. Sydney. Yeah, he would be one choice, but I'm not sure if he actually wants to join us.
Sure. The climate sounds really appealing.
Ah. Yeah, okay. So Sydney is willing to come. His agility is not excellent though, and that's like a big minus. Big minus in his stats, I think, because otherwise he's pretty good. I mean, he also has pretty good medical skill, which is going to be useful, and his marksmanship is very good, but he's just not fast enough, I think. I mean, if we are going to replace Ivan, I think that we need some very fast guy who is able to deal with all the enemies and has a lot of action points to do different tasks. So I don't think that Sydney is good enough for that. Mike, well...
Now that you've proven yourself, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, he's actually willing to come, but he's way too expensive. I mean, we're not going to be hiring him anytime soon. Okay, let's see some of the guys. Cliff?
Don't bother to call anymore. I heard what you did to the cadaver of my good pal, Sparky.
Yeah, so we're not going to be able to hire Cliff. And he wouldn't be good enough like to replace Ivan anyway, so at this point it wouldn't be relevant even. I mean, he's a good mercenary, but not at this particular time. Hitman.
I'll be there first thing in the morning, Ace.
Okay, so Hitman would be willing to come. At least he is a very capable marksman. He's not as good as Ivan, I think. I mean, his marksmanship is actually maybe even a little bit better than Ivan's was, but he's just not as fast as Ivan was. So that is the minus in Hitman. But at least we definitely have afford to hire Hitman. He's much more cheaper than what Ivan was. So if we want to go on the budget side, if we want to just think about like our finances, then I think that Hitman is the best choice, and he's very capable marksman, and he's not too overly pricey, so he would be a pretty good choice, I think. Let's see someone else. Okay, Stella is not good enough. Eli is not good enough. Wolf is not good enough. Static, well, he's an excellent mechanic, but his marksmanship really isn't good enough, and we already have rifles. So I don't think that he's the choice at this point either. Len, he's very, very pricey. I actually would like to hire Len at some point, if he would be cheaper, but I just think that in this Jagged Alliance 1 his price is just too much, and he doesn't bring even like very good items, so I don't think that we're going to be hiring Len at any point. In Jagged Alliance 2 I think that Len's price was much more affordable, and I quite often I hire Len in Jagged Alliance 2, but in the Jagged Alliance 1 he's just way overpriced. Magic. Yeah. Magic is an excellent mercenary. He is kind of pricey though. 5,600. I'm not sure if we would have afford to hire Magic at this point. He is absolutely excellent mercenary, but he is like 2,000 more expensive than what Ivan was. So if we hire Magic, our finances are going to go to the minus side. And I'm not sure if that is actually the best idea at this point. And also, he doesn't actually bring any good arsenal for us. I mean, he only gives this Magnum revolver, and for instance, Kelly could have brought this M14 rifle, so that would be a better investment in my opinion. I mean, Kelly is 1,000 cheaper than Magic, and also he's going to bring M14 rifle, so I think if we are going to hire one of the two guys, I mean, I think that Kelly is actually the better choice at this point. We already have some guys who can also pick the doors. I mean, Magic is far superior to any of these guys in terms of like mechanical skill and ability to lockpick the doors, but I just think that maybe his salary is a little bit too high at this point, so that maybe we are better off hiring either Kelly or Hitman. Scully, yeah, he is just too expensive at this point, so we are not going to be hiring him. Do we have any other choice? No. Yeah, so those were basically the mercenaries that I was thinking. Maybe Hitman or Kelly. One of those two guys are the choices that we have, and Lynx. Not my personal favorite, but he is a little bit cheaper than Kelly, and he is an excellent marksman, so he would also be a viable option. So just you can take a look at the statistics and at the also the biography of the mercenaries, and then you can He served as Michael Jackson's bodyguard. Who's bad? And as a technical consultant for 3 Chuck Norris films. Yeah, it's actually a pretty interesting person. Yeah. Michael Jackson's bodyguard. Yeah, I would really like to work with him. Maybe he can show us some moonwalking moves or something. Okay, and let's see what this bio says about Hitman. Undisputed by the scent of death, Frank Hennessy is a member of excellent standing, a private yet personable individual. The Hitman has proven task record and a nonsense disposition. A note of caution, he suffers from buoyancy difficulties. So yeah, Hitman cannot swim, but otherwise I think that he's an excellent mercenary. Okay, so these are our choices, and I will be waiting for your feedback and your suggestions on which mercenaries we should be hiring. So I'm going to end the video here, and we're going to be continuing forward in the next video. But until then, take care.